The NBA is one step closer to Las Vegas. The Board of Governors voting to approve formal exploration of expansion teams in both Seattle and Las Vegas. 2028 can't come soon enough. This time on City Beat, we're breaking all the NBA news down with former coaches, players, and even a Hall of Famer. Let's do this thing. City Beat starts right now.
From Las Vegas, this is City Beat.
Welcome to City Beat. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. I'm your host, Mike Davis. City Beat is the show that dissects the Vegas sports world through the eyes of the sports reporters and storytellers leading the charge. This time, a deep dive on all things NBA and Las Vegas as the entertainment capital of the world looks to become the sports capital of the world, adding the last of the major four sports leagues to its resume. Joining the action on the panel today, we have Jay Humphries, a former first-round pick in the NBA draft. Spent 11 years in the league with the Suns, Bucks, Jazz, and Celtics. Doug Lee, a second-round pick by the Houston Rockets who played for the Nets, Kings, as well as overseas, and is the president of the Retired Players Association here in Las Vegas. And he's back. Spencer Haywood, the NBA champ, Olympic gold medalist, and NBA Hall of Famer. So it's great to have all you guys with us. Now, last week, Commissioner Adam Silver, he announced that the NBA Board of Governors voted to approve a formal exploration of expansion teams in both Seattle and Las Vegas. The last time the NBA had an expansion draft for two teams, well, that was 1995 with the Raptors and the Grizzlies. So, Doug, what was your initial reaction to the announcement?
Well, it's excitement. I mean, we've been waiting for this. I think it's a thing where all the players, we felt it was coming for sure even years ago, but to now see this solidified, it's a great thing for the city, having been here for over 25 years now, and seeing the excitement with the Summer League and, you know, all the legends that we have here in Las Vegas. It's just going to be a great thing for the city. It's
really remarkable because, you know, Jay, I was an NBA junkie growing up, and David Stern, there was no way he would want this day to ever come, right? And now Adam Silver, I mean, let's just be frank, right? And now Adam Silver making this investment, not only, you know, over 20 years of Summer League, shout out Warren Legary, but in Albert Hall, but you know, we had NBA G League Ignite here. You were a coach of a G League team. Even just the NBA Cup coming here for 3 years. So why is Vegas such a fertile ground? Why is the marriage between Vegas and the NBA going to work in your eyes?
It's been wanted here for years, most definitely. And this community has wanted it. I think the league has wanted it. As we know, it's just the entertainment capital of the world. So I just really think that an NBA team fits. It also finishes the completion of our professional sports here in town. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Everyone that I know is looking forward to it. And so many people outside of this community are looking forward to the team being here.
I mean, 2028 is building up to be insane. We already have the Raiders here. We already have the Knights here. The Final Four is going to be here in 28. The A's are going to be making their way with the ballpark here. Spencer, we're going to have the NBA here too. When you were on live TV with me last week breaking this all down, the first words out of your mouth were, "It's about time."
It's about time. Because, again, we have kind of carried the NBA in essence, because when the Utah was having problems with an arena or whatever, they played their games here.
Yeah.
When the Lakers and other teams wanted to play an exhibition game besides exhibition, but regular season games. In fact, Kareem broke an all-time record here in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yes, scoring record. So that's another side story.
all the nuggets we get. Yeah. But you know, but the appetite has been strong since the days of Tark and the Runnin' Rebels and all that stuff. Do you think, Doug, in your mind, in your estimation, is there any way that this doesn't happen? Because, I mean, listen, we still have to be journalistic in a sense and say they're exploring expansion. It's not a signed, sealed, delivered deal. They got one more vote to get through in July. In your mind, is there any way this doesn't work?
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
That's what we want to hear.
It's going to happen. The timing, you know, of hearing about this for so many years, and as players, you do kind of get the behind-the-scenes talk that's been going on for a long time, and then, hey, now we're going to get to the ownership, right? And kind of working out that. But it's got to be here. I mean, you're talking about, having lived overseas for 7 years, seeing what goes on everywhere in soccer and stuff. I mean, this is going to be, the mecca for sports. It's becoming now with the Knights and, the WNBA and, baseball and, of course, the Raiders and so forth. And the NBA is really the completion of that, which I think will have some of the greatest attraction for people coming from outside.
Yeah, and I mean, my first reaction to this, just to share with you guys and everybody at home, is that, kid from Silver City, Mississippi, kid from Inglewood, kid from Washington, Illinois, the NBA has become so global, right? I mean, look at the faces of the league now. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, where's he from? Canada.
Right.
You got Giannis, Greece. You got Jokic. You got all these guys, and the league has become so much more global, and Vegas is a globally recognized city across the globe. You played overseas. You coached in China. So what do you think about the way that the NBA, listen, the NFL is always going to own the United States, but when it comes to the NBA, it can be more global. Is that part of the attraction, you think, with Vegas, Jay? And do you think that global concept of how the league is growing fits with a globally recognized city like Vegas?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, we all know that basketball is a global sport, and we know it by the number of international players that we have in the league, but also doing well in the league and helping carry the league. A little side story, but the first international player that ever played in the NBA played for the Phoenix Suns. His name was Georgi Gluskov.
Wow, I never even heard of this guy.
Jerry Colangelo brought him to our team, and we didn't know how to react to it, didn't know anything. So that was back when I was a player in '86, I think it was.
Wow, so he was technically the first.
He was technically the first. He wasn't very successful, but
he made it.
But now that the game is become so positionless, the way that they teach the game internationally, it's going to be very appealing to everyone.
All the top dogs, Luka, all these guys. It's very fascinating. Now, guys, coming up in the next block, we're going to be talking about who should be the new ownership group for this hopeful Las Vegas team. Is it going to be Spencer's buddy right there, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James? We're going through all the scenarios when Sin City Beat returns.
You're watching Sin City Beat.
All right, the expected price tag for one of the NBA expansion teams coming to Vegas and Seattle, $7 to $10 billion. Now, the bidding process is expected to generate offers within that range, and it really makes sense as the Lakers recently sold at a $10 billion valuation, and that was the most expensive team in NBA history. And just before that, the Boston Celtics sold at $6 billion valuation. So, Spencer, you're close with Shaq, LeBron, and of course your former teammate, Irvin Magic Johnson. Who would be the best owner out of those three for a team here in Vegas?
Well, the way I would like to see it packaged is if the three of them get together and say, let's chop up 51 or 49% of it, because you can't allow the outsiders to come here and buy up Vegas like that.
Right.
I mean, you got to have locals involved. You got to have the Chinese, the Arabs, and all of the different groups who want to be in Vegas. This is a hot market. This is big time. This is not a plaything here.
There's a lot of established money here.
So you have to split it up. You have to have that feeling. So I think that they will be all right in terms of like, hey man, let's cut it up and give most of it to Jay here. I'm joking.
I'm on my way to the bank now.
Yeah, there we go.
Jay. I mean, Jay, what do you think? What would you like to see from an ownership group here?
Well, most definitely some local ownership. It has to be some international, but ex-players coming together and with this opportunity, because this is a special place. It's going to be special, and when they get over the hump and win a championship, it's going to be cemented here for forever. But this is a community that's been dying for a team. I think that bringing some of the names that Spencer mentioned is going to be key. They need the visibility, but also ownership, and we've come through so much as players, getting to a position to own some of the teams, that we have to be able to have that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great point because the progress, I mean, just from players' rights, from free agency to movement, you know, it's really incredible, the feat that has occurred. Did you, Doug, when you were playing, was it in the mind of players that, hey, we could even be owning these teams? Do you think people had that vision?
You would hope so, you know, but I think the reality of it was so much money. And I think going back to Spencer and what he is, you know, as a historian and has worked to change this game, it's the evolution of what's happened now. I think we're excited because players are in the talks now. You know, and I think that's something that we've worked for so long. And I know Spencer, you know, was at the start of a lot of this, just in general, to kind of go against status quo to help the players.
Yeah.
And so when we're in discussions, whether it's, you know, 51%, yes, we'd like to see majority ownership by the players. Right. I think that's something that would be great. I think players have also proven. I mean, look at the success that Magic Johnson has had.
Oh my God.
And so, you know, it's no longer, hey, putting a player there just because he was a former player. He's a great owner.
Oh,
so,
100%.
So you can't argue out of those
Right.
three choices. Of course, the other one's big names, and you know, and everybody, Shaq's done well, and of course, Bron. But I think at the end of the day, for me, I think Magic has proven on all levels, not just being an owner. He's a great delegator. I think it'd be great for the city.
Yeah, I mean, he's won with the Dodgers, the Commanders. He had all those Starbucks and movie theater franchises and all that kind of stuff.
What did I tell
100%.
you last week? Everything he touches turns to gold.
Yeah.
Listen, he knows
And that's
how
the trophy.
He knows how to dish it, baby. He was a great facilitator. Guys, coming up, how does an expansion team contend for championships right from the get-go? We'll be right back with that. VGK changed everything. The Vegas Golden Knights not only led the way for professional expansion teams in our city, but they created the blueprint. Established in 2017 as the NHL franchise Vegas born, they took the entire city by storm as they went to the Stanley Cup Finals in their inaugural season. A tremendous feat. So how can a future NBA franchise learn from the Vegas Golden Knights? And how does a front office and a coach get a competitive team out on the floor that can compete for an NBA championship on day one? So Jay, you not only played, but you coached in the league. And, you know, we saw it was possible for an expansion team to go straight to the Stanley Cup Finals in the NHL. Is it possible for an NBA team to go expansion straight to the NBA Finals?
I think this is unlikely, very unlikely. But I do think that they could be competitive. I do think that there's a few different components to kind of go into it. You know, style, not having a superstar come to the team right away where you have to play his style in order to have any type of success.
Interesting.
Sometimes we do that and don't understand that the team and getting a concept and then finding the right piece at a later point is actually better than just having that star marquee player.
See, I think that's so fascinating because, you know, just to stay with you for a second, you know, even, you know, while you were on the Bucks, Sidney Moncrief, you were there, Jack Sikma, Moses Malone at the tail end of his career, a lot of guys, but you were assistant with Mike D'Antoni with Phoenix, with the whole Steve Kerr GM team where they had Sean Merritt, Amari Stoudemire, Steve Nash,
7
you know.
seconds or less.
But exactly, they wrote a whole book on it,
Right.
7 seconds or less. So that whole running gun system. But I always find it interesting when a guy like Grant Hill or Shaq is on a team and they can provide that expertise as a veteran who may have been a legend, but they're still there. And then you have the role players like the Boris Diaws and stuff. Is that the makeup that would lend well for success for an expansion team, figuring out a team like that?
I think creating excitement.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players in this league that can play the game and just need the right opportunity with the right coaching staff. And we can create some excitement here with that. But I do think that, you know, having the right coach, having the right mentality when it comes to it's going to take a little time.
Yeah.
It's going to be successful and supportive of the community. And when these big teams come in town, they'll be selling out the arena, you know, half the time anyway because of other teams.
It's interesting because you would think the draw would maybe be a face of the franchise, superstar right off the bat, Spencer. Do you agree with Jay, or you think you need a superstar?
I agree with Jay, but Jay, you sound like a coach.
I've been here before.
Are you
No, I'm
thinking about, are you putting your name into the hat?
See, it's not about one, it's about the team.
I know, but I'm just saying, okay, you got Jay as the coach. You got Zion Williamson, because he's not happy there.
Yeah.
And you bring in, what's the kid from Memphis?
Ja Morant.
Ja Morant. And you got a lot of players who are saying, wait a minute, you know, me playing in LA, I'm paying 20% taxes here.
It's true.
Yep.
And I can go to Las Vegas and pay less and get over like a fat rat in a cheese factory. You know?
Never heard that one. A fat rat in a what?
In a cheese factory.
Oh, my Lord.
Okay. And then you have like the casinos. Okay. You can put 4 tickets on the bed for the teams that are coming in to play Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And you got all of those people coming in town. It's about the business of Las Vegas,
I mean,
too.
exactly.
So it's just it's a gold mine.
Well, the way that Ja Morant and Zion Williamson play above the rim, I mean,
They
it definitely
played together before.
it definitely has some Cirque du Soleil elements, and we all know we love that here. But it is fascinating. I mean, from a leadership standpoint, Doug, I do think you need to have that trickle-down effect where the coach is on the same page, the team president, the front office, everybody's on the front page, on the same page about how to get this team rolling in the right direction. What's the key that you have learned being in numerous
Ownership.
I mean, is that just
ownership? It's a key. I don't
want
Derek Coleman and I are dear friends. We talk a lot about the ownership that was in New Jersey at the time when he was there. You know, it does come down from the top. So when you talk about the ownership that could be in place here, you put a Magic Johnson in place, automatically you're
Magic and LeBron.
Yeah, you're LeBron and you're creating this culture right from the get-go.
Right.
This is the under the table talk.
Yeah. Tell us the under the table talk.
It's like LeBron is going to play the next year in LA. He wants to be a part of the ownership here. He's divesting his interest with Clutch and all of the other stuff. So he could be here as an owner player, and he would play with his young son, Bryce, and his oldest son, Ronnie.
Here's why I love that. And this is a great transition point because why did I bring you in last week? You're the perfect person to always talk NBA stuff, but your jersey, number 24, was retired with the Sonics, right?
Yes.
You live here in Vegas, so it was a natural connection. But Lenny Wilkins, the great Lenny Wilkins, was a player coach with you for the Sonics. Mm-hmm. We also saw Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
He was a coach with the Sonics, but not a player, I believe, at that
no,
time.
But he was a player coach with
in
Boston,
Celtics.
the Celtics.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not something unheard of. We've seen it before. It would be super special. Jay, last word on this.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about player coach.
Yeah.
But player ownership is a little different.
And it is a lot different.
And the last thing I wanted to mention was with those guys coming together, it would be great ownership. But they understand the stability of having a general manager and a coach and believing in them and letting them work through the time instead of losing 10 games in a row and you fire the coach. You hire another coach, you fire another coach.
Right.
So those guys understand the game.
You need that consistency.
You need
100%.
Consistency.
Guys, it's been the talk all over social media ever since the announcement. Coming up, our panel is going to take a crack at the name for our eventual Las Vegas NBA franchise. I'm already hearing moans. The Vipers, the Spades, the Mob, the Gamblers, the High Rollers, even the Las Vegas Traffic Cones. Those are just some of the suggested names we have received at Fox 5 and Silver State Sports for the hopeful Las Vegas NBA franchise. So Doug, I'm going to go to you first. What should the name for NBA's potential Las Vegas expansion team be? And we just had somebody in the background, Angelica, a very creative person, throw out something really good, the chips, which I like a lot because, you know, we're all trying to get the chip.
Yeah,
the championship, but it also works with, you know, gambling, all that stuff. What do you think?
Well, owning a brand branding company, it's kind of a tough question, right?
See?
See?
So I think you do have to go through a process, and it's not a cop-out. It's really when you have a team, you have to take into effect who is the ownership, what are you looking for as a culture. I think when the Vegas Knights were done, there are a lot of people that didn't like the logo at first, right? Now try to tell people that.
Right.
So I think it's going to have to be something new and fresh. We work on that. It's usually a process over 30, 60 days that you're going through a lot of different factors.
Do you think because you are so smart with everything business-wise?
Spit it out.
There you go.
No, but seriously, Doug.
I got to hold that because we could be hired.
You just
gotta spit out a
having the
name.
great business acumen that you do, being around these things and branding. I'm just curious. Do you think we could have a team that has a name that has any ties to the mob, to gambling, to because people want those things, but I just don't see. Do you think the NBA would sign off actually on something like that?
We've come a long way. I mean, you think of Bill Purcell at the Orleans and those guys bringing college basketball here originally. We thought it would never happen. The mob is catchy, but I don't think it's something that they're probably going to embrace, from that perspective. But I do think it can be something around the city, I do. I think it can be something that's associated.
What is the name?
Yeah, well, I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet. I have some ideas. I do, but I'm not going to put them out there yet. But Chips, you got Angelica. Jay's wife here.
I got to go with Chips. Right?
She works.
He's a good husband.
He's a good husband.
She works with our company too, so we'll take credit for that one, Angelica.
Spencer said Jax.
Yeah.
Listen, with
I
our
said
last,
Jax.
I like that a lot too. But make sure you go reach out to us on social media. We want to hear all your thoughts. I just want to take the last 30 seconds here to thank all these great guys. Listen, in the age of NIL, we would not have any NIL without this guy right here, Spencer Haywood. The great Spencer Haywood. Make sure you go inform yourself on the Spencer Haywood rule. Go check out that great book. Real quickly, too, we got 20 seconds. Make sure you check out everything Doug is doing as the president of the Las Vegas Players Association here in Vegas. We appreciate all you're doing for everybody here. Jay, thanks for being with us.
Vice President.
Vice President right there.
He's
I'm
really
going to be
doing
on
it.
this, too. We'll see you guys next time on City
See you
Beat.
next time.